Well, for example, you had a lot of past beefs. You and Papoose were going at it.
Yes.
What was that over initially?
I don't even know, man. I done had so much beef, and that shit was so long ago, I couldn't even tell you, man. Like, when it was really over, I couldn't even tell you, Vlad, honestly.
There was a rumor.
Rest in peace to K. Slade, man. Shout out to K. Shout out to K. Slade. Rest in peace to K. Slade. But I really don't even remember what that whole shit was over.
There was a rumor that it got physical.
Nah, I don't think it ever got physical.
Never got physical.
I don't think it got. Nah, it never get physical.
Okay, so it's just songs. So I think you did a "Who Shot You?"
Yeah, I think we did
song.
a couple
He did
songs.
"I Ain't Dead."
Yeah, some shit like that.
Response and so forth.
Couple songs was going back and forth, but yeah, nothing ever happened, man.
Were you and Skills kind of going at it over the whole year-end wrap-up?
Shout out to Skills, man.
Because he really started it.
Nah, yeah. He started. That was his thing.
No, he started the year-end wrap-up.
The whole
Not
wrap-up. Yeah. Shout out to Skills. We actually DM'd each other and all that shit. So it's no more issues with me and Skills, none of that shit. But we was going back and forth over the little wrap-up thing for a minute.
Okay. Does he still do it?
I think so, yeah. I think he still do it.
But I feel like yours have like overshadowed his.
That might be true. That might be true.
I'm gonna say just honestly.
No, that might be true. People.
I'm a DJ. I'm a music person.
Okay.
So I'm gonna try to answer honest questions.
Definitely.
Even if they're not popular.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So mine's might be the most popular one of today's audience. Yes. But shout out to Skills for where he started doing the whole wrap up and all that shit.
Yeah, I think you mentioned me in the last wrap up, not dissing me.
I think I mentioned you in a few wrap ups, Vlad.
Oh, did you?
You a busy guy, Vlad. You know how to make headlines. Let's say that. You know how to make the headlines.
I do.
You know how to make the headlines, Vlad.
Well, speaking of headlines,
I mentioned you in a few wrap ups.
Okay.
A few of them.
Well, speaking of headlines, what'd you think about my Roc Nation tweet?
I thought you was messy for that. Messy and viral, and you proved the point.
Didn't I prove the point?
You proved the point that you could just kind of, it's like, it might be so many other things that happened that day, right, Vlad, that might have been positive. Somebody probably really did some things for some kids that needed this, some home. You never know, right? I'm quite sure
Yes.
some good things happened during that day.
Right.
That was actual facts, maybe, some positive things.
Yeah.
But all these sites chose to run with the messy shit you tweeted. And it just goes to show you, people feed for negativity. They want bullshit. They just want it. They want that messy shit.
Look, when I
and they believe anything. And another thing, not to cut you off, I think you done said it's not true probably about 5, 6, 7 times, and people still want it to be true.
Right. When I said it wasn't true, they're like, "Oh, Jay-Z got to you."
Yeah, now they need it to be true. Some people need what you said to be true just so they can live and have some type of purpose to create more narratives. Some people need just shit to be true.
Okay, so you've known me since, let's see, I started Vlad TV in 2008. So we started rocking maybe 2006.
Facts.
20 years you've known me. 20 years you've known me. When you read that tweet, did you think I was serious?
No.
Okay.
No. I said, Vlad's bullshit. I said, he's bullshit. I knew you was bullshit. Okay. I said, this got to be bullshit. Yeah, yo, call Vlad right now. We need him on our show.
And actually, you got the first on-camera interview with me talking about
Definitely.
that. Right. So, you knew it was bullshit.
Yes.
I tried my hardest to make it so ridiculous. I didn't even try to make it fringe. Right? If I would have just said, Jay-Z's been, paying me, to tear down Tory.
Mm-hmm.
If I just left it at that, it'd have been like, okay, well, maybe. All right.
Maybe.
Oh, yeah, maybe. All right, well, that possibly could happen. But I started saying Jay-Z bought off the judge because he did a verse for his grandson's album.
Once I seen that, and once people saw that, they should have knew it was bullshit.
He paid off all 12 jury members. He paid off all the cops in LA.
Did a fucking verse? For real?
People were replying saying, "Where's the verse at?" Someone post the link. And it's not like a Jay-Z verse just falls below the radar.
No.
If Jay-Z had a brand new verse.
When Jay-Z drops a verse, it's like the world kind of
especially with
stops
some rapper you've never heard of.
Yes.
Unless the judge's grandson is Jay Electronica.
You ain't lying.
You probably would have heard that verse.
Yes.
So Jay-Z does a verse for MC Nobody.
And y'all
no one's going to say, what's the story behind this?
Yeah.
Right? I say he paid off all of LAPD and the rest of the police departments too. He paid off the doctor. He paid the guy to stab Tory in prison.
People just believe anything, man.
I'm like, by this point, everyone's going to be laughing, whatever. So Jay-Z, who's a billionaire, is going to risk his freedom, his legacy. Think about it. If Jay-Z got convicted,
all that for Megan.
If Jay-Z got convicted of attempted murder in a prison, that'd be it. He'd be in prison.
Yeah, of
It'd be worse than Bill Cosby.
Of course.
He's going to throw it all away for some female rapper that he probably makes a couple $100,000 a year off of it if he's lucky. By the time the money trickles down to him.
Mm-hmm.
Megan Thee Stallion is not Taylor Swift. She's not J. Cole or Kendrick or Drake. You know, she's a known artist that puts out albums every so often. How much money do you think Jay-Z really makes off of her? Seriously.
Yeah,
you know the business as well as I do.
I'm not sure because I don't know their business, so I don't know how it
I
is
am
set
sure
up.
that the money from Megan doesn't even pay for his flights.
Oh, man. God damn.
He flies private.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah, but damn. Damn.
So what I'm saying is, it was just so stupid over and over again. You know, and then people are responding. I start responding, oh, he's paid me in Bitcoin, so you can't trace it. People go, you can't trace it through Bitcoin. I was just being silly.
I got Bitcoins. You definitely get it. It get traced.
It gets traced.
It's the blockchain,
you know?
people.
Exactly, the blockchain. And yet, I said, okay, this is just going to be some LOLs, whatever. But it started to take off. It's like 14 or 15 million impressions. It was on every media site. And the sad part about it is that people were responding and doing the grok, like the @grok. Grok, is this true? Hundreds of grok responses says, no, sarcasm. AI is better than humans at understanding sarcasm.
That's crazy.
There was not a single grok reply that said it might be true or I think it's true. Every time it said Vlad is trolling, is sarcasm. He has a history of this thing when it comes to the Tory situation. But yet, people still held on to it. The first night, Sneeko called me on stream, yo, what's going on? It's all fake. I'm making it all up. Doesn't matter. Next day, I'm talking to you guys.
Definitely.
It's all fake. I made it all up. People
What's
are
your
buying
relationship with Tory, man? You cool with Tory?
I don't have a relationship with Tory.
I'm about to say, because Tory's my guy, man.
I don't have
Tory,
a relationship with him.
All right, okay.
But the thing is, though, is that if you look at my history, and like, for example, if you watch like Brilliant Idiots, you know, Andrew Schultz and Charlemagne, like they talk about it. And Charlemagne's like, Vlad has a long history of laughing at these conspiracy theories when it comes to this. Because what happened was, early on in the whole shooting case with Megan, based on the information I saw and how it was playing out, I was the only person in hip hop that was saying Tory's going to go to jail for this.
Mm-hmm.
Which is not me hating. It's just looking at the facts.
If somebody's saying you as a female on top of that, she's saying you shot her, it's hard to get around that.
A famous female who's loved by a lot of people is going to get on the stand and say, you shot me. You're making songs to aggravate her and going on social media and aggravating the situation. There's not a great response to what really happened. Not to say I'm 100% sure, but it seems like that's what happened. The phone call didn't help. The jail call?
Yeah.
The jail call?
That was a little bad, yeah. That was a little bad.
Listen, if we were out together, you and I were out together, and something happened, and you shot somebody, and I went to jail for it, and you called me, I would not be apologizing to you. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? I'm in here for some bullshit you did. Oh, yo, man. Uncle, I'm sorry, man. Should just go ahead. My bad. Like, no, fuck that.
Yeah.
Go tell them people what happened. Get me the fuck up out of here. I didn't do shit. And Tory DM'd me at one point. It was like, yo, what do you know? I said, I know what's out there. Oh, you're a cop. Okay, whatever. That was an interaction. I can show you the DM. That was it. So I don't.
He called you a cop?
Yeah.
Tory crazy.
Yeah, called me a cop. And then he got found guilty and went to jail.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, man.
And the thing is, that's my story with Tory. I don't know him.
Okay.
We've never talked We've never really, interacted or whatever. You're cool with him. Academics is cool. We have friends in common. I ran into his dad at one point.
I actually spoke to him when he was in jail and all that, man. Tory, my God, good dude.
And listen,
man.
I've publicly said, I hope at this point that he gets an early release because what he's gone through, I feel that he has paid his debt to society at this point.
Definitely.
He's already been in there, 2.5 years?
Yeah.
He's been stabbed up way worse than what Megan had to go through.
Yeah.
She got, shot in the foot. There's some fragments, but he really, did you see that video?
I ain't see the video.
Oh,
man.
I saw the video.
I ain't see the video, man. I ain't want to see it. Yeah.
Oh, no, that was full-blown attempted murder.
Yeah, yeah.
He got stabbed 20, 30 times or some shit like that. That guy really wanted to kill him.
Damn.
And I really said, at this point, I really hope that he does get out. But I've been saying that he's going to go to jail for this. He's mad at me because I'm saying, based on what I know about this case, and I've looked into the case and went through the paperwork, I said I'd be very surprised if he doesn't go to prison over this. You shot a woman with a gun. I don't know how this is rocket science here. You can't be playing with juries and witnesses and stuff like that. You know what I mean? You can't do that.
Yeah.
You can't do that. So I just said,
Tory, get an early release, hopefully, my brother. Hopefully, man.
And really, what triggered a lot of this is that the day of, there was this video that was circulating of Kelsey's bodyguard said that she was the shooter, and it's okay, this is from 7 months ago. This is from last year that this video came out. And I remember Tory's lawyers did a press conference where they said, Tory didn't shoot Megan. Kelsey was the shooter. Tory hit her in the forearm. The gun fell on the ground and fired twice. Now listen, I'm not the biggest gun expert in the world. Yeah, you and I have handled guns over the years.
Yeah, it's a little hard for that to happen.
Have you ever had a gun drop?
And it busts off twice?
Twice!
Yeah, I don't know about that.
It won't bust off once, number one.
Yeah.
Right? Unless something hits the trigger or a hairpin trigger or something. Maybe you might get one shot out of it.
Not twice. Yeah,
twice?
Twice?
And it happened to shoot her in the foot?
Yeah, that's not going to happen.
Come on, bro.
Yeah,
come on. You're playing with people's intelligence.
Yeah, that might be a little hard to believe. But,
yeah.
I mean, we're in a world where anything's possible, but it's...
not everything. Not everything. Not everything is possible. There are certain things that are just impossible, right?
Yeah,
and that is one of those.
Oh, man.
Yeah. And my thing is stop with these dumb conspiracy theories. Because remember his dad did the whole blurting out, it's Roc Nation, Jay-Z.
Yeah. I remember Pop Dukes was going crazy. That didn't help. Yeah, Pop Dukes was bugging.
That didn't help.
He was going crazy in front of the court building.
Yeah,
I remember that.
That did not. And I understand that's a son. And I've ran into him before. So we've had conversations. And I said, listen, I've said what I said, but I've always felt like if your son didn't do it, you should have taken the stand.
Yeah.
If he really didn't do it. If he really didn't do it.
Roc Nation fault. He was going crazy. I remember that.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's funny because his lawyers actually called me after that tweet.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
Look at that.
His one lawyer, I don't know about how big his legal team is, but she hit me. It's hey, just seeing what information you have. I heard about the tweet. I'm like, there's no information. This is all made up. This is all sarcasm. It's I don't know.
They looking for something.
They're looking for something. Yeah. They are.
I ain't mad.
I don't blame them.
I ain't mad at
but
them.
I said, listen, there's nothing there. It was all sarcasm. I publicly said from day one that it was all sarcasm.
Definitely.
And I'm like, well, how's this case going? Like, we have an appeal. We have another appeal. Hopefully it'll go through. And then shortly afterwards, you find out that his I think his final appeal at this point has been denied.
Damn.
Yeah.
I ain't hear about that.
Yeah. His final appeal got denied.
Damn.
So he's going to have to do his time. And then probably get deported. Almost definitely getting deported. At the end of the day, you can't go into a foreign country, shoot one of their citizens, expect to stay in that country afterwards.
Yeah. Damn, that's going to be... If that do happen, that's going to be whack, man.
Yeah?
Yeah. Damn.
Do you think he shot her?
Nah.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think he did it, man.
So what do you think happened?
I really don't know. With that story, it's so many things that could have happened. You really don't know. Because when it first happened, they were still kind of cool. I mean, like she wasn't saying...
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, with the cops. The cops, she was trying to protect him a little bit.
They was all... I mean, even all of them, they was kind of cool. Like still, it seemed when it first happened. So I really don't know. But I don't.
Yeah. I don't think we'll ever fully know. But ultimately, he had his day in court. He chose not to testify. His bodyguard showed up on the last day. And then, I've talked to lawyers about this case. They feel that it was a beatable case, but it was just
Tory.
handled.
They said Tory could have beat it.
Could have beat it.
Definitely.
Well, because here's what happened. I don't know if you know this part of the
Because
story.
it was only fragments, right? It wasn't like she was really shot,
Right.
correct? Got you, okay.
Well, that part's not important because ultimately if you shoot a gun,
At somebody.
well, just period, and someone gets hit, you're still responsible for that, right?
Yeah.
And what happened was, I think they tried to hide the bodyguard until the very last day because they didn't want him cross-examined or whatever else.
Meaning who you think tried to hide the bodyguard?
Tory's
Okay.
bodyguard. I think Tory's team tried to hide the bodyguard, and he came in on the very last day of trial to try to slip him in to speak on Tory's behalf. And the prosecution said, well, no, this isn't fair. We need time to depose him or whatever else. So the judge said, okay, fair enough. We'll postpone the trial for a week. You guys could depose him, get whatever statements, whatever else, and we'll reconvene in a week, and we'll finish the trial. And Tory's lawyer said, no, never mind. We'll just go forward with the trial without his testimony. And that could have potentially swayed
Got
the
you.
jury. If he would have said, I was there, Tory's not the shooter. You know, because I feel like when Kelsey took the stand, her whole story changed, and I feel like most people saw it as,
Definitely.
witness tampering.
Mm-hmm.
I think that was clear, right? Not to say that Tory did it, but for whatever reason, she changed her whole story.
Yeah.
But I feel like that bodyguard could have changed things.
Probably could have if he would have spoke up a little bit earlier. Yeah, things could have played out
Or just
a
waited
little
a week
different.
and spoke up.
Yeah.
But ultimately,
Could have played out different. I agree.
yeah.
I agree.
So,
I agree.
That's it, man. I hope he gets out. I don't have anything against him
Yeah,
whatsoever.
Free Tory, man. Me and Tory got about 3-4 records together, man.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Man, Tory got a bunch of records together, man. So that's really like my guy, man. So I definitely hope he get up out that situation, man.
Hope so too.
And get back to just making music, doing what he loves, man.
Yeah.
Word.
People are like wondering if Roc Nation reached out to me or silenced me or whatever else. Or they're going to sue me for it. And honestly, I think Roc Nation is very happy that I put that out.
Because
showing
they know it's
people
bullshit.
how stupid it is.
So yeah, exactly. They like, finally, all right. So I hope
Yeah.
y'all see how stupid this is and sounds. So.
Right. Because I'm not like Jaguar Wright. Remember, I don't know if you saw the Pierce Morgan interview.
Nah.
Me and Jaguar Wright were on the panel, and she said that like Jay and Beyonce are kidnapping people and drugging them and putting them on planes and all types of weird shit that she was standing behind. I wasn't doing none of that shit.
Got you.
I was like, no, I'm joking. It's sarcasm. Sarcasm. Get over it.
Jaguar Wright was serious with it, I guess.
She was serious.
All right,
with it.
got
But she
you.
actually has
Okay.
mental illness. I think,
Okay.
so, you know.
Okay.